Any word from Prowl?
Nothing worthwhile. Sounds like he's busy down there.
I knew this would go wrong, Silverbolt. Letting Decepticons run wild? A lunatic plan!
You've seen how Prowl operates. I'm sure he knew somebody was going to take a shot at somebody else, Barrel Roll. I just bet he didn't expect it was going to be the Decepticons' leader getting taken. Aerial bots, crowd control pattern, Lambda.
Everyone return home. It's been a long night, and Senator Ratbat was not murdered. Evidence suggests suicide.
What? Autobot, if you expect us to believe...
What he says is true. Senator Ratbat confided in me. He told me the pressures of this brave new Cybertron were getting to be too much for his tiny body. That's why I offered him my assistance, just as I offered it to our provisional government.
Starscream, I don't want your help.
But you need it, and so does your little yellow boss. Now, you all know me. You know if I could possibly blame the Autobot occupying force for what's happened here, I would. But I can't. Not today.
Lies.
What's that?
Like you care. You're one of them.
Well, Dirge? It's Dirge, right? You're one of them.
I got no love for the Decepticons. They left me on Cybertron back when they made the big push. Left me at the mercy of Autobots.
And I bet the Autobots weren't feeling too merciful right about then.
You got that right. I thought they were going to kill me and Deluge.
But they didn't, right? Because they're Autobots. Same reason we're not gonna lie about Ratbat's suicide.
Why are you even talking to me, Autobot?
Barrel Roll. My name's Barrel Roll. I'm an aerial bot.
A flyer.
Look, I used to be kind of a hothead, but I've come to realize that we're all in this same mess. And you know what us flyers gotta do?
What's that? Barrel roll.
The planet's falling apart. You get every transformer you can think of together into one place. One planet that's come back to life, thanks to forces I barely comprehend. Well, I could have told you it was all gonna fall apart.
What was that?
Who cares? Probably just Prowl starting another riot. Now listen, just cause you idiots don't value Cassanian quadrachecks doesn't mean they're worthless.
They are worthless. They are totally worthless.
Sometimes I wish I wasn't right all the time. But mostly I just wish I wasn't the genius that has to fix everything.
The crew of my ship spent 2 million years using their financial system.
Well, we use a barter system, and Metalhawk's ship kept using Shanix.
Don't get me started on King B and this hunk of rust he calls a city. Cities have infrastructure.
So just ask him.
Cities have waste disposal plans. You know how much junk Cybertronians generate? We generate a lot of junk. That much I have confirmed experimentally.
Fine. Wheeljack, what should the conversion rate from a Battlegusian Sputoprog to Cassanian Quadrochecks be?
Wish I knew what to do with it all. But that's the story of my life. Hey man, I'm a scientist. What's up, B?
Wheeljack, we need you.
I'm on it. Whatever it was burning as hot as the surface of the sun. Hot enough to burn metal.
A nuke? I was less than a click away and I didn't hear a thing.
No, the crater is too small and there's no radiation. I just don't know how you generate that kind of heat without kicking out a ton of alpha particles.
Skywarp was teleporting a couple hours ago. Maybe some Decepticon could do this?
Why assume it was a Decepticon?
Gee, Metalhawk, every event on every day of the last 6 million years, mostly.
You said the war is over.
For some of us.
For you, Prowl?
Enough! Prowl, shut up. Metalhawk has a point. It might not be Decepticons, and anyway, I have more immediate concerns. How many fatalities?
9. 2 Autobots and 7 nails. I mean, 7 unaligned.
Which Autobots?
One of the aerial bots and somebody I didn't know. Changed into a hovercraft or something.
There hasn't been a disaster like this for as long as I can remember. What have you done to our world?
I said enough, Metalhawk. I need to know how this happened, and if there are more coming.
Sounds like my kind of thing, King B.
Ugh, don't call me that. I don't want that catching on.
Check out Starscream. You didn't say any Decepticons were killed, Prowl.
They weren't. That's my point.
They were all watching Prowl haul away Ratbat's body. Starscream's just following up on his attempt to worm his way into our government.
Perhaps we should give him a chance?
Metalhawk, you new arrivals don't understand who Starscream is, what he did to us.
Look on the bright side. We needed a more permanent solution to the issue of housing anyway.
This isn't a time for jokes, Starscream.
It's always time for keeping our people's spirits up, Bumblebee. And anyway, who's joking? We're living in the ruins of a crashed Autobot war satellite and in ancient transport ships. No wonder the Galactic Council won't return our calls. This disaster, this tragedy, at least brought the issue of safe housing to the foreground, ahead of the trivial concerns of you and your cronies.
Crony. He called me a crony. Getting called a crony by Starscream is like... It's like a simile I'd use to describe a less obviously ironic thing. But okay, if I want to prove him wrong, maybe I should look at things from his POV. What if this isn't the Decepticons? There was one surviving witness from right at the edge of the Hypercenter. A hostile witness.
I remember you. You kicked me.
Dirge.
Me and Deluge were trapped on Cybertron with your Autobots. And I remember what every one of you did. You kicked me. Then you left us to fend for ourselves against the swarm. I had to watch what they did to Deluge.
Starscream had just betrayed the Autobots and your Decepticon friends shoved you through a space bridge with us. You should be mad at them for leaving you to die.
There's enough blame to go around.
Please, Wheeljack, this is a medical facility.
You know how many of us died in those weeks?
I do. Out of my way, Pixar.
Hey! Silverbolt, what are you doing? You're an Autobot, we can't...
I'm an aerial bot first, and I lost one of my own. Barrel Roll is dead, and this Decepticon is alive. And I'm gonna make things right.
No!
This is the famed Autobot mercy I'm so used to. Setting off a bomb and killing the only decent one of you. The only Autobot who ever talked to me like I was a person. Just to give the nails a reason for when you start executing the rest of us.
You're making up conspiracy theories.
It's not a conspiracy when you do it out in the open. First Rodimus's ship, then Horrible is murdered, Ratbat is assassinated, and now this bomb. Your government is killing everyone in your way.
Is that what this looks like to you?
Don't listen! It was a Decepticon bomb!
Maybe it was luck, Silverbolt. Maybe it was just bad luck.
You're kidding.
I do a lot of things, but I don't kid about lives. We've been at this war for so long. Seen so many of our friends die. Done so many things we regret. But it's all been about one thing. Saving lives. That's why I joined the Autobots. That's why I battled the Decepticons. Saving lives is what we do.
Listen to me,
what we're supposed to do anyway.
Things are worse than they have ever
not
been.
fight with each other. Not argue about who's right.
Could not be any
or even
wrong.
who's less wrong.
Run away.
Every moral we compromised in the war, every life we took, we told ourselves it was for the greater good. Well, now that's gotta pay off. We're done with this war.
What did you
It's time
do?
to save lives.
Now is not the time to fight, brother.
I hadn't even left the med bay when B called.
Hold me, brother.
A second incident, just outside the spaceport. 35 Transformers gone in an instant. I'd never met any of them, but I guess I figured I'd get the chance. What are you doing here, Starscream?
You force my people to live inside the barrel of a broken gun, so I occasionally like to go out for fresh air. I'm here because somebody's got to stop this Wheeljack.
Like I'm not trying to find an answer?
You weren't ahead of the problem. Of any problem. You're reacting the way Autobots do. That's why you need me.
You got no idea how much there is to take care of. There just ain't enough hours in the day.
You found time enough to implant transformation inhibitors and explosives in every Decepticon's head, and to build that walking stick gun Bumblebee shot me with. I'm talking about priorities, Wheeljack. I've put mine in order. I'm not the bot I used to be. Are you? Do you think I don't have regrets about the war? Did you never do anything morally dubious? I served my people, Wheeljack. I was good at it, and I could be again, if I got my Seekers together.
What Seekers? Your squad is gone. Thrust and Ramjet are dead. Skywarp's in jail. Dirge is in the medical bay. Thundercracker's who knows where. And your ID chip stops you from changing modes anyway.
Ah, yeah, that's right. But...
Thundercracker. Oh man, it's obvious. I know what's happening.
Huh?
The moon. You see it? It's glowing. It's alive.
Yeah?
But we didn't reignite the core of the moon. The only change we made from when Cybertron was dead was at Vector Sigma, in the heart of the planet. So the energy is going from Cybertron to the moon. Thing is...
millions of years ago, we had 2 moons.
Exactly. Now the energy flow is disrupted. As soon as the charge leaves the conductive surface of the planet, it's got nothing to latch onto, except air. It's superheating the atmosphere to a plasma state, like ball lightning. When you said Thundercracker...
You said that?
Whatever. It's detectable. I was looking for alpha particles when I should have been looking for ionized matter.
I have no idea what you're saying.
There's another one coming, right at the center of the city.
Great. I mean, terrible. But at least I understand you. Can we get everyone clear?
We only got minutes.
I have a plan.
Me too.
Situation.
There's trouble. Wheeljack tells me Starscream's gathering the nails.
You are rivals.
Gathering the nails in the Decepticon pen.
What? Why?
Safekeeping. The Decepticons are living in Kimia's old gun barrel, which is rated to survive temperatures a lot higher than a few thousand Kelvin.
Huh. And what about the rest of us?
Well, that's the other problem. Besides Starscream's public relations victory with the nails, we'll all be dead in about 90 seconds.
Relax. I'm on it. Here's the thing about science. The action is in the discovery. Once I knew what was happening, the problem was easy to solve. We got plenty of missiles on Cybertron. Heck, we spent 6 million years building them. I worked quick, loaded them with heavy isotopes and launched them into a low orbit. The energy charge latched on like it was supposed to. Crude, but it'll buy me a couple days to get a permanent satellite up. The energy formed into a cold plasma ball on the way up. Harmless to Cybertronians, but a nice little fireworks display. If anybody was watching.
You did it, Wheeljack! Not that I doubted you for a second.
Well, I had a little help, King B.
Yeah, I see that. Good work, Ironhide.
That's not who I mean.
Wheeljack, I know we've had our differences, but you saved us all.
Well, getting these guys to safety, you know, just in case.
Starscream?
I know. I'm backing away.
Hang on, B. Look, I was right? But what if I was wrong?
What?
What if I hadn't succeeded? Starscream would have been the one to save the neutrals. And we're gonna need that kind of backup, B. I mean, look at this place. We barely survived this week's weather. We won't survive a shooting war.
I have a feeling I'm going to regret this, but...
No! What about everybody we lost? What about all we gave up?
Look, I'm sorry, Silverbolt.
Sorry's not good enough! Don't you understand? We fought his kind for millions of years, and this is the reward you give us? A planet that's trying to kill us, and Decepticons at our side?
Silverbolt, I'll keep my eye on him.
Don't touch me! Look at yourself. What have you become?
Bad move.
Down, Prowl.
We're done. I have no confidence in your science, Wheeljack, your security, Prowl, or your government, Bumblebee. The aerial bots are going it alone.
I could have told you that was gonna happen. No matter how good a job you do, somebody's always gonna find something wrong.
They're making a mistake. We flyers need to stick together.
You really don't want them to leave, do you?
I don't want to lose anyone.
Save the city? Make a solid step toward unifying Autobots and Decepticons? Somebody's just gonna see another problem to deal with.
Look, you're in, Starscream. We need you on our side. And I'm sorry I zapped you the other day. I should have trusted you.
Well, the last time an Autobot trusted me, my lies killed thousands of you. So I get where you are coming from. But thanks for the role in our government. I'm sure you won't regret it.
I just wish I wasn't right all the time.